photographing the way I do, but with my colors, this will change everything.
I got to see each frame, each position of its wing, and they are so beautiful that I have never seen before.
Being able to move quickly and working at my brain's pace and getting those shots in the moment. Having this camera allows you to go out and create the way you want to create.
Until you use it, you cannot even imagine what you have missed.
It's something I've never seen before in my entire life. It's something totally different.
Nikon Z6 III. Outperform.
Introducing ISO Color Edge. Precision is essential for any professional working with images. Whether you're an artist, a retoucher, or a visual effects specialist, you need to know that what you see at the start of a project is precisely what you'll get at the end. Color Edge monitors give consistent, reliable accuracy that guarantee no surprises within your color workflow. So what you see in real life is what you see on screen, and what you see on screen is what you see in real life. That's precisely why professionals all over the world trust ISO Color Edge for their image creation. ISO Color Edge. Discover living, breathing color.
Welcome to the 2025 Australian Photographic Prize Awards celebration. It's an absolute joy to have you joining us from wherever you are watching. We're so excited about what's coming up and we can't wait to share it with you. Before we begin our event, we will have an acknowledgement of country. We would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of the land on which this event is hosted today. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. My name is Robin Campbell. I am the founding director of the Australian Photographic Prize, and I'd like to share just a couple of thoughts with you about what it is we're here to do tonight. Photography. I sort of see photography is kind of a little bit like building a house of light. Each image begins with a foundation. We've all been there. We've got an idea, a concept. Maybe we could do this. But then come the walls. How do you composite it? How do you frame it? How do you light it? What lens do you use? Slowly it begins to take shape. The last piece is always the roof, the emotional impact that brings everything together to create meaning in the image, the story. Some houses, they're sleek and modern, others a little more rustic. But each and every one of them has a front door that invites us in, and that's where our photographs live. In that threshold between our own creative vision and what the outside world, or in this case, judges see. Tonight, we may be putting numbers or awards on images, and this is what the judges have seen. And what I'd like you to really keep in mind is it doesn't take away from your house, what you've built, and your own creative vision. We just may not have crossed that line to get there to be with you. So when Karen and I founded the Photographic Prize 4 years ago, it was just that, it was a foundation. Something we built from the ashes from our previous award system, which many of us loved. What began as a very, very basic frame 4 years ago has been slowly built on, expanding, contracting, shifting and changing to meet both industry need and viability. And with that, we've had just an incredible crew of volunteers and helpers and people that have joined us on this journey. This year, I'm proud to say that the building has evolved yet again and continues to thrive as one of Australia's leading awards platforms. Although I may have taken a step back from the hands-on running of the event, the team who have stepped up, Daniel Bingham as our competition coordinator and Chris Anderson as our director of judging, have done an amazing job. They've taken the blueprint and brick by brick, room by room, continued to build on the Australian Photographic Prize. They've put their own modifications in, but they have certainly helped to turn it into a national landmark in photographic excellence that Karen and I had that vision for to begin with. They've built it with integrity, dedication, and unwavering commitment to the photographic community. I want to take a moment to acknowledge their hard work. And like many of the judges, panel mentors, and sponsors that also made this event possible, thank you so much. Those of you that know me know that Annie Leibovitz is a bit of a hero of mine, and she once said, "When I say I want to photograph someone, what it really means is that I'd like to know them." And in many ways, that's what the Australian Photographic Prize is all about. It's not just capturing people or places, but seeking to understand, to connect, to document and reveal. In a world overwhelmed by fast images, faster opinions, award-winning photography, which is thoughtful, patient, and intentional, is more valuable than ever. As we present to you the award-winning entries for this year's competition, I encourage you to think about that house of light. Consider the foundation of each photograph and what inspired it. Notice the craftsmanship in the framing and the structure, but above all, step through the front door and let yourself feel what is inside. What was the photographer's artistic intent? That's all I ask. So that ends my official welcome, and I now get to hand over to you, our competition director, Daniel Bingham. Take it over, Daniel.
Thanks heaps, Robin. Kind words. And it looks like I'm playing the role of Bricky here. And I get to build a little bit on this structure here, this foundation that you've laid. And I've really enjoyed doing that. It's been a fabulous time, a great challenge. And I really appreciated the opportunity to do this and work with everyone. So why are we doing this? Why do we even have a photo competition? I think it's actually quite simple. We have a deep love of 3 a.m. Zoom calls, 2,000-page spreadsheets, and sorting through hundreds of raw files called final, 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 this one definitely final. But really, I think we're here for 3 reasons. And using Robin's building analogy, these could be like the posts that are holding things up. And I see that as education, community, and celebration. And with education, you can really feel the passion our judges have to help photographers grow, not just through scores, but as artists and communicators. Our free critique nights, optional feedback, and live judging all provide amazing opportunities for entrants to learn and see what excellence looks like across genres, and allows these entrants to have their work encouraged with care and respect. And yes, sometimes learning means hearing your favorite photo might be just slightly tilted. For community, because this isn't just a competition, it's a coming together of people who see the world differently and want to share the way that they're seeing it, as Robin said so eloquently. This year, we had over 2,500 entrants from 21 countries. And that means that someone in Slovenia saw this competition and said, "Yep, those are my people, and we love having you. Thank you, Slovenia." Whether you're an emerging photographer or someone who's been chasing light longer than Instagram's existed, the sense of community, the conversations, the support, and the respect shared between entrants and judges is really what keeps this all going. And finally, celebration. And that's the bit we're at tonight, because photography is hard. It's a mix of craft, luck, timing, editing wizardry, emotional stamina, and a willingness to question everything right up to the deadline. And yet, despite all of that, you still entered. You shared your work. You took a risk. You put a piece of yourself out into the world, and you shared your stories. And that deserves to be seen. We've got some images tonight that really deserve to be seen, and it deserves to be honored, and it deserves to be celebrated. So on behalf of our whole team, thank you. Thank you to the entrants, the judges, the sponsors, and everyone who makes this mad, beautiful thing possible. You are what makes this more than a photo competition. You make it a community, a learning space, and a celebration of life. I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank our sponsors who help make all of this education, community, and celebration possible. Nikon, our major sponsor, for continuing to support us in the photographic community with a real commitment to quality and innovation, and for sponsoring the major prize tonight of $5,000 of Nikon gear for the Australian Photographer of the Year. Photography Studies College and the Print Shop for championing education and helping develop the next generation of photographers and imaging, and providing a $1,500 scholarship to the High School Photographer of the Year, and the Print Shop providing a consultation and 2 prints worth $500. Ilford for keeping the soul of fine art printing alive, because sometimes a photo just has to live on paper. Thank you for our single capture division prize of $2,000 worth of Ilford product. Godox for lighting the way, sometimes literally, for so many of the stunning images we're about to see, and for our classic division prize of $2,000 worth of lighting gear. And AZO for ensuring that what you see on screen is exactly what you get. Because let's be honest, accuracy matters when you've spent 6 hours color grading a gum tree. Thank you for providing our creative division winner with a fantastic AZO monitor worth over $2,500. Thank you to all our wonderful sponsors. And shortly, I want to hand you over to someone who's been absolutely central to this whole event, our Director of Judging, Chris Anderson. Chris has done an extraordinary job wrangling some of the best judges of the world. Not an easy task when half of them are in different time zones and allergic to admin. Chris has helped make the judging process a genuinely positive experience for everyone involved, judges and entrants alike, and he's also helped shape the software. I write some code that I think is good, and I say, have a look at this, Chris. And Chris goes, what about maybe? And I tell you, it ends up 100 times better. Thank you, Chris. On top of that, he's sorted out about, I don't know, 1 billion things behind the scenes that most of you will never even know existed. But we do. Thank you, Chris. Over to you.
Wow, Daniel, thank you. That was incredible. It is such an honor to be involved with the Australian Photographic Prize and come back as a director of judging. Daniel, it's been amazing to work with you this year. Everyone, if you don't know Daniel, as well as working on the software, one of his guiding things is he puts a focus on what is best for the entrant. That is what kind of guides his decision making, and hopefully that shines through too. So, as the director of judging, hopefully I know a little bit about the judging process. If you've entered, you've been through this process now. All of our entries are judged online first in a first round, and then those entries that make the top 30 of each category go to live judging. And that's what we've been doing for the last 10 or 11 days with some pretty intensive online live judging, which I hope you've been really enjoying. Now, after those are done, Australian category winners are chosen in a closed door judging session by secret ballot. So even the judges who were there don't know who won. And there's a final session for our division winners and, of course, our international and our Australian Photographer of the Year. Now, this is our first year for the Australian Photographic Prize where we've been all online, which is a huge transition for us. And, you know, I love print. I love judging prints. Online has been wonderful, though, because it's let us do something we've never been able to do before. We've been able to go out to all the corners of the world to look for incredible judges who have a depth of skill and knowledge in these areas that it's hard to get those people together. But because we can go online, we were pulling people from all over the place, not just Australia, of course, our cousins in New Zealand that we work with really closely, but the UK, the USA, Italy, Sweden, and all of these people helped us ensure that every single category was judged by experts. And that meant that the assessment they're doing and the feedback they're giving is practical for people who are working in that genre. And it's an amazing education. I need to give just the biggest thank you to the amazing group of, I think at last count, there were 56 judges and panel mentors, which is an incredibly huge bunch of people. The last 10 or 12 days with this judging, I can't believe how effective these people are at balancing head and heart, that they can speak to image with technical precision and then fall into the emotion and the story behind images as well. So judges, what you do is really, really good. I super appreciate the job that you do and that you've come together, some of you who didn't know each other, and have judged together as a wonderful team. Now, I'm a bit alarmed that Robin's called this building a house, because if anyone's seen anything that I've made with my hands, Bunnings likes me because I have to go back for multiple trips to buy new bits. So I might not think of it as building a house, but we'll move on with that. A big part of what we do, though, is supporting educational institutions. And we've got a guest with us tonight from Photographic Studies College, Nick Duke, who's got a few words to say. So, Nick, can I invite you to the stage, please?
Thank you, Chris, and good evening, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight at the Australian Photographic Prize, an event that celebrates the creativity and brilliance of our photographic community. I'm here representing Photography Studies College, or as many of you may know it, PSC. We're proud to offer photography education that caters to everyone, from curious beginners or hobbyists exploring our unaccredited short courses to aspiring amateur or professional photographers looking to undertake accredited education through either our bachelor's or master's degrees. What sets PSC apart is our vivid and diverse community we've built, our strong industry connections, and our commitment to practical, hands-on skills taught in small classes that ensure our students are truly job and art ready. Last year, we were honoured to be named Australian Tertiary Educator of the Year right here at the Australian Photographic Prize. That recognition is something we're tremendously proud of, and speaks volumes about the passion and quality of education our passionate teachers deliver every day, and I thank them for their dedication to our students. It's also a great honour to continue to sponsor these awards. Supporting excellence in photography is at the heart of what we do. Tonight is especially rewarding as we watch the incredible work of all those who participated in this year's prize, and particular pride in the PSC students on display, who perhaps may even walk away with an award or two. To all the participants, whether you won an award or not, I congratulate you in participating and bravely displaying your art. I thank those PSC students who are here today for trusting us with their education, and I extend a warm invitation to those of you who have not studied at PSC. We hope to welcome you to our beautiful campus in South Melbourne or our virtual classrooms in the future. Shameless plug for me, to the extent that any of you are interested in learning more about PSC, please visit our website. And we actually have an open day at our beautiful campus down in South Melbourne on the 9th of August. So welcome everyone to that. So thank you, and let's proceed.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. We really appreciate everything you do at PSC and how much you support all of our categories as well. So we're now going to move on to some announcements. And our first announcements are going to be, I think our first one is the High School Photographer of the Year, High School Student Photographer of the Year. And the High School Student Photographer of the Year wins a $1,500 scholarship from PSC, which is just incredible. So could you imagine what that's going to mean for someone? And the winner of the High School Photographer of the Year is Isha Mittal. Congratulations, Isha. Fantastic. You've won $1,500 worth of PSC courses. So that's just an incredible prize. Nick, I hope you're looking forward to getting another student soon, because I'm sure Isha's really going to like that. And now let's move on to the Student Photographer of the Year. So not necessarily high school. Student Photographer is sponsored by Print Shop at PSC. So this winner is going to win a print package, which includes a consultation and 2 A1 prints, and the total value is $500. And our Student Photographer of the Year for 2025 is Rebecca Polonsky from Photography Studies College. So congratulations, Rebecca. That's an excellent prize. It's not too hard for you to go and collect it if you're at PSC as well. So fantastic. Nick, someone else to look forward to seeing in there pretty soon. Now, we also have the International Student Photographer of the Year, and they win a fabulous trophy. And for 2025, the International Student Photographer of the Year is Shelby Grant from the United Kingdom. Congratulations, Shelby. It's great that you're our International Student Photographer of the Year. If you haven't seen Shelby's work, track it down, because Shelby does amazing work. Now, I've got the pleasure as well of announcing the Educator of the Year award. We have people from all different institutes entering, and I'm going to read out this list. It's incredible. The Australian Photography Institute, the Canberra Institute of Technology, ColArts Melbourne, Griffith Uni in Queensland, Marist Scion College, Monash Uni, Penrose College, PSC, of course, RMIT, Santa Sophia Catholic College, St. Patrick's College in Sutherland, Swinburne University, TAFE New South Wales, TAFE New South Wales Northern Beaches, TAFE Queensland South Bank. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. University of Melbourne, University of Queensland, University of Sydney, University of Tasmania, and the Winona School. Now, the winner of the Educator of the Year is the institution with the highest total score from their students' top 3 images. And the Educator of the Year for 2025 is Photography Studies College. Well done. And you can see the 3 images that were the top 3 images for this category, and they all got our judges talking. So congratulations, everyone. I'm now going to pass over to Robin Campbell, our foundation director, and she's going to have the results from our single capture division. Over to you, Robin.
Thank you so much, Chris. And yeah, thank you so much to Photography Studies College. We housed our awards there for the last 2 years in person. And I tell you what, they looked after us so well. And it's always a pleasure to be working again with Photography Studies College. I now have the pleasure of announcing the individual category winners for the single capture division. Single capture is all about capturing the true, authentic photograph. So although a little bit of post-production is allowed, we're basically trying to keep the subject matter as close as possible to the original capture. So there are no composites and some really interesting categories. So we start with our wildlife category. So these are single capture images showcasing the beauty of wildlife in their natural habitat. In third place, we have Jeff Bradley. Congratulations, Jeff. Incredible image of a seahorse. In second place, we have David Stowe. Again, absolutely stunning image, beautiful capture. And our winner is Scott Portelli. Congratulations, Scott. You are the 2025 Wildlife Photographer of the Year in the single capture division. Sensational image. The judges absolutely loved the connection that was seen here as well and the beautiful creative intent behind making it a black and white photograph. So well done, Scott. Our next category is the nature category. No, we go to international winner yet. My apologies. Our international winner is Simone Jackson from New Zealand. Congratulations, Simone. You are our International Wildlife Photographer of the Year for 2025. Beautiful triptych of these incredible birds. Well done. Now we can move to the nature category. So the nature category is all about single capture images that celebrate the beauty of natural elements found in the outdoors. They can have minor man-made elements as long as they don't dominate the image. The first one we have is third place, Ignacio Palacios. Congratulations, third place in nature. Our second place goes to Anne Niwan. Congratulations, Anne. Stunning image. Judges had lots to say about this, particularly the perspective and the depth of field as well. Well done. And our winner is Dylan Giancopoulos. Congratulations. Again, check out the judging. Listen to what the judges said. Absolutely blown away. The incredible way the black and whites have been handled and their subtlety and delicacy should be well and truly rewarded. So congratulations, Dylan. Well done. Our international winner is Gavin Bernard from the United Kingdom, who has this incredible image from a tornado in Texas, which he captured. Definitely worthwhile checking him out on Insta and following him. He's certainly into a lot of the action around storms. So congratulations, Gavin. Well done. Our next category is the documentary category. So that is, again, single capture images showing an authentic visual representation of events such as sport, daily life, newsworthy events, and so forth. So images should not be staged, contrived, or manipulated. Our third place in documentary is Gavin Labote. Congratulations, Gavin. Third place. Second place is Mel Sinclair. Congratulations, Mel. Mel's also one of our judges, funny enough, and this is an absolutely intriguing image that the judges had a lot to say. And the winner is Andy Chung. Congratulations, Andy. You are the 2025 Documentary Photographer of the Year. You may remember Andy from last year where he won the overall Digital Photographer of the Year. Thanks to Nikon, he received some amazing equipment, and it's lovely to see you back here again, Andy, and congratulations. Our International Photographer winner is I'm going to get this right, Abdulrahman Alkahut, based in Turkey. Thank you so much for entering this incredible image. It is basically given you the title of International Documentary Photographer of the Year 2025. And certainly when this was judged, it moved our judges quite extensively. And there was certainly lots of incredible debate that I encourage people to go back and have a listen to. All right, now we have our travel category. Travel images are those that convey an essence of people, place, and or cultural encounters. They usually evoke strong atmosphere, character, experiences, and the uniqueness of a location. In third place, we have Lara Wiseman Daniel. Congratulations, lovely black and white image. All the tones and textures through here were just absolutely beautiful when we were looking at them on our ASO monitors whilst judging, so well done. Second place, Katrina Ferguson. Congratulations, Katrina. Incredible image. The contrast between the shoes, and there's just one little physical footprint in the middle. I think that was the cookie that the judges were particularly intrigued by. And our winner for travel is Fiona Burt. Congratulations. Travel Photographer of the Year for 2025. Incredible image captured in Vietnam. It's something that you do need to see really, really big because there's just so many little bits of interesting information in there the judges could certainly draw from and understand the perspective that you're portraying there. So congratulations, Fiona. Our international winner is Jay Drew from New Zealand. You are our International Travel Photographer of the Year with this stunning image, we believe, captured in Paris. And one of the lovely things is that you could read all kinds of things into those three little chairs that are sitting there empty, enjoying the view. And I certainly hope you enjoyed capturing this image because it was very reminiscent for a lot of judges of some beautiful things. So congratulations, Jay. We will now look at the phone category. This is images captured using inbuilt phone cameras only, and any post-production had to be done inside the actual device itself. So no AI was allowed. And this is what we got in third place. Selene Waddy Glove, congratulations. This incredible image. And there was a few actually in this judging by Selene that I encourage you to go back and have a look at the recording of because they're absolutely inspirational. Beautiful images that I think wowed and surprised us all that they came from phones. So well done. And in second place, Glenn Homan, well done. Such an interesting image. The depth of the character and all the details in there were just absolutely beautiful. Well done. And our winner, Glenn Homan, again, congratulations. You are our Phone Photographer of the Year for 2025 with this really interesting picture of a gentleman in a Santa Claus hat that's got all kinds of little elements going on, sensational location chosen as well. So it goes to show that, you know, sometimes a phone can do incredible things. Well done, Glenn. Our international winner is the sensational Craig Turner-Bullock from New Zealand is our International Phone Photographer of the Year with this wonderful image of the cat and those lovely Venetian blind lines coming all the way through. And sort of, the character of the cat certainly comes through amongst the shadiness going on here. So wonderful capture. Well done, Craig. We now have our in-camera artistry category. So this is about creating art straight out of the camera. It could be any genre, any subject, but no post-production of any kind. This is for the absolute raw, absolute unique, absolute original images. Let's see what we've got in third place. Belinda Richards, congratulations. You are our third place winner. In second place, Kate Hanton. Lovely little bit of blurry art movement. Love that. And our winner is Mika Boynton. Congratulations. You are the in-camera artistry photographer of the year with this stunning image, a landscape with so much depth, and the environment and the character in there is just wonderful. The little cookie of the person standing on top and the movement throughout the image is just delightful. Congratulations, Mika. Our international winner is Catherine Katanak from New Zealand. Is our international in-camera artistry photographer of the year. And you know, all our judges were asking, is this possible? How did she do it? We have the documentation, absolutely incredible. And there's a real heart and soul to this image as well. So if you have an opportunity, check it out, see what the judges say about it. But I do invite you to take a step over the threshold and see what you can see in this image as well, because there's certainly a lot of depth. Congratulations, Catherine. Well done to all of our Australian and international single capture category winners. For each of our divisions, we have both Australian and international photographers of the year. So first up, I would like to announce the single capture professional photographer of the year international is Abeldaron Alakut. Sorry, I will get that right eventually, from Turkey. This image, it basically took our judges' breath away. So Abeldaron, thank you so much for entering this. You entered one image, and it's safe to say that the profound impact this had on our judges is well and truly worthy of that division win. So well done. Thank you for entering. This single capture division is sponsored by Ilford, and today we have a very special Ilford user. He is currently not in Australia. He is in Bishek, so he has recorded a little snippet to drop in and say hi. Introducing Chris Saunders.
Ilford are honoured to be able to sponsor the Single Capture Division Award. My name is Chris Saunders. I'm an aerial and landscape photographer from Perth in Western Australia, but I'm currently recording this from Bishkek in Kyrgyzstan. So apologies that I can't be with you live this evening. Ilford are an incredible sponsor of the photographic community in general, and it's great that they've been able to take on a sponsorship role as part of the Australian Photographic Prize this year. I'm a long-term user of their products and a big fan. They've supported me throughout my career with support exhibitions and so on. But my favorite thing about them is the quality of their papers. They have a huge range from handmade washi papers through to textured cotton rag, sort of matte papers, and then gold fiberglass is also fantastic if you really want to get those deepest, blackest blacks into your images. And then when you finish printing them, of course, you can enjoy viewing them under your Ilford Ilfalux lamp. So thanks once again, Ilford, for sponsoring this division. And I'm going to hand you back now to Robin, who will announce the winner. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you so much, Chris. I now have the honour, thanks to Ilford, of announcing the 2025 Single Capture Photographer of the Year, who wins $2,000 in Ilford product. And the winner is Scott Portelli. Congratulations, Scott. And I believe we have Scott in the room. See if we can get him off mute and he can join us.
Yeah, I think can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, Scott. Have you got a camera working?
I hope so. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Give it a go.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of the outback.
Yeah, look, it's been lovely conversing with you over the last few days, making sure that all your raws were beautiful and checking in on down to microscopic levels. I'm proud to say they are, Scott. Congratulations on your win.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. That's amazing. I always have butterflies when I watch this event. But yeah, no, I feel honored, especially with such a high caliber of photographers that enter this competition. So yeah, I'm astounded and very honored.
Fantastic. What can you tell us about the image that won?
Yeah, this is an image of two baby elephant seals, and it's sort of one of those ones I like to demonstrate, the behavioral aspect of wildlife. And these guys are stigmotactic, which means they're animals that like to touch each other. So it's that, bond and that connection between these young weaners that have been left to their own devices. So that the parents have left and just left them by themselves, after 3 weeks, giving birth, that's it, see you later. So it's a fascinating behavioral one. The way I, was able to represent it, was quite, had quite an impact on me as well. So yeah, it's one of those images that, sometimes you see and you think, that's a beautiful moment.
Scott, I have to say that really did translate to the judges. So if you take a moment to listen back to the judging, the thing they connected with the most was the fact you had captured that incredible connection and how within that particular species, how biologically they work together in such a beautiful way. So the fact that not only have you created something beautiful, but you've introduced us to a whole new world, I think is absolutely outstanding. Any last thoughts?
Thank you very much. Thank you to the judges. I love being a part of this program, and being in the industry, is a privilege in itself.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for coming on board.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bye.
I now have the honour of passing you to Chris Anderson, who will be letting you know who has won the Classic Division categories. Thanks so much, Chris.
Awesome. Thanks, Robin. I'm really excited to be talking about the Classic Division. So we've got great categories in the Classic Division. The Classic Division is all about an original capture where we use minimal post-production techniques to complement the original intent of the capture. So we're talking about techniques that allow us to finesse that original capture, beautify, correct it. We can do monochrome conversions. We can do things like removing safety devices and lights and stands and assistants, dust spots and in-camera elements. And this is one where the only composite work that we can do is things like head, face, and body swaps, and HDR, focus stacked, and stitched panoramas. So it's really about a lot of the work that, for example, portrait or family photographers are doing every day in their work. Now, our first category in the Classic Division is the landscape category. So this category celebrates the beauty of the natural environment, showcasing the spaces and the scenery of the natural world. So images that convey the scale, atmosphere, and essence of a place. And that can include landforms or water bodies and atmospheric conditions. So let's go on to our top threes. In third place, Matt Palmer, with this image that really got our judges talking, and a whole lot of reading and a whole lot of pareidolia. So well done, Matt. In second place, Peter Eastway. And so much discussion about this. The way the landscape had given way to the animals was incredible. Good job, Peter. And now, in first place in landscape, Craig McGowan, our landscape photographer of the year for 2025. Such a sense of place and quiet and softness. And Craig is pretty special. Craig was our landscape photographer of the year last year. So he has defended his title successfully. Congratulations, Craig. Now let's move on to our international winner. And our international winner of the landscape category is Roger Wanless, who also defended his title from last year as our International Landscape Photographer of the Year with this incredible image with so much power that spoke so much about modern condition and modern life and how we're treating our planet as well. Congratulations, Roger. Now let's move on to our aerial category. So the aerial category is images capturing the beauty of the Earth's contours and textures from a unique vantage point. These have to be photographed from a high vertical perspective, like drones, aircraft, helicopters, even a high bridge, as long as it's a high vertical perspective. So let's move on and find out who came third in our aerial category. Ashley Pope in third place. Congratulations, Ashley. Such a good eye for photography. Haha. It's got our judges talking for sure. In second place, Karen Waller, which congratulations, Karen. Our judges were just taken with how this aerial looks like fabric and it flowed. They could see the motion in it. It's so poetic and quite different to other aerial images they'd seen. And now the winner in our aerial category is Scott Pertelli. Congratulations, Scott, doing well tonight. Aerial Photographer of the Year for 2025, as well as being an incredible piece, as well as having heat and chaos. The judges did remark it's quite a dangerous shot if you want to have your drone come home safely. I hope your drone made it home safely. So if you use the drone at all. Okay, thanks, Scott. Amazing work. Let's go into our portrait. Oh, apologies. Everyone gets to do this once. Our international winner in this category is Janine Fletcher from New Zealand. Now, Janine, such an incredible image. All of our judges saw different things in here. There's so many stories that you can unpack. So well done, Janine. That's just spectacular. Okay, now let's go on to our portrait category. So the portrait category, images that capture a subject's essence, personality, or story. So every image has to have at least one person, and that can range from candid moments to formal portraits. Now, in third place in the portrait category, we have Karen Waller. Karen, I hope you watched the judging. The judging for this image inspired such discussion, so much discussion about life and mortality and growth and enjoyment of life and movement and losing oneself. It was very emotive. Well done, Karen. Second place in portrait is Ben Liu, and another image that really inspired a whole lot of conversation for our judges with amazing composition and amazing styling, but then the defiance and the willpower of this woman just mesmerized our judges. Well done, Ben. That's exquisite work. And then our winner for the portrait category is Karen Waller. Karen, congratulations. This one absolutely had our judges talking. The contrast between the image on the left, which was almost medical and static, to the image on the right with that look on that man's face, like, this is me. If you have the chance to go back and watch this judging, everyone, it's absolutely worth doing. Karen, congratulations on being our Portrait Photographer of the Year for 2025. And our International Portrait Photographer of the Year is Nagayuki Kojima from Japan. Congratulations, Nagayuki. Again, amazing discussion with among our judging team, talking about this not just an incredible portrait. And keep in mind, this is in the portrait category where we can't do a lot of work. So this is pretty much what it looked like in real life. It's an incredible portrait that is an homage to an incredible portrait and an incredible portrait artist. So many layers to unpack. Congratulations, Nagayuki. Now let's move on to our family category. Family category, images containing two or more individuals sharing a close emotional bond. So images that show moments that highlight connection, love, and intimacy between individuals or family members. It can include parents, children, grandparents, or friends. Maternity photographs are also welcome in this category, and they can focus on the mother's emotion or bond with her unborn child. And in third place, we have Peter Rossi. Congratulations, Peter. Such an incredible image. As always, the images that you're seeing here had tons of discussion from our judges and definitely worth a listen. So let's go on to our second place with Anna Woolgrove. Congratulations, Anna. This is such a gorgeous image with such a feeling of love and connection. It's exactly what people want to have in their home as a giant piece of work. And now moving on, our winner in the portrait category is Shannon Lawrence. Shannon, congratulations on being our family. I said portrait before, pardon me, Family Photographer of the Year 2025. Such connection between these two, and such a, I think one of our judges from the UK, James Musselwhite, said, "This is the one you want to have on your wall. This is how Gen X feels. This is how mom wants to be in an image." So much thought, so much planning, so perfect execution. So well done, Shannon. Excellent work. And our International Family Photographer of the Year for 2025 is Joe Francis from New Zealand. Congratulations, Joe. Our judges were entranced by the story here, the connection, the love, just the love shining through, even the subtle references to a heart shape. There were tears in the judging panel's eyes when they were judging this. It's a well-deserved International Family Photographer of the Year award. So congratulations, Joe. Let's move on to our Wedding Classic category. Wedding made a triumphant return to the Australian Photographic Prize this year. Images captured of real couples, family members, and or guests at genuine wedding-related events. They can be of a single person, couple, or a group, can include animals. The main focus should be people and wedding-related. At an event like a hands or bucks party, a wedding ceremony or reception, or even a trash the dress session. So, in third place, we have Diana Fernie with what is a very unusual wedding location. High degree of difficulty for this one. Congratulations, Diana. What a great third place. In second place, Mauro Cantelmi. Excellent work, Mauro. This one had our panel just absolutely mesmerized. Many of them were familiar with the kinds of techniques used in this, but the execution was absolutely next level, and the feeling of closeness and intimacy was amazing. Such a beautiful capture, Mauro. Well done. And the winner of our Wedding Classic division is Mauro Cantelmi. Mauro, this image blew our judges' minds. I think we had every single person speaking about this on a challenge, of every single element discussed, right down to the label on the bottle that said Passion Pop. They looked at every single pixel, and it was all amazing. And the story and the emotion in here was incredible. So, Mauro, what a great image to be our Wedding Classic Photographer of the Year for 2025. Congratulations. And our international winner for Wedding Classic for 2025 is Nagayuki Kojima, again, with a second award. So Nagayuki's from Japan. This one, again, our judges had the best time dissecting this image and trying to work out, how do these people feel, and how does that bride feel, and the groom's a showman, and the bride's tapping her toes up there waiting, going, where is he? Because she can't see him from where he's standing. The exposition in our judges as they analyze these images was really great. Nagayuki, congratulations on being our International Wedding Classic Photographer of the Year for 2025. Our last category in the Classic division is a brand new one for us. So this year we introduced the macro category. And the macro category, very simple, close-up images showcasing a subject larger than real life. And you can use images captured through microscopes as an option. And focus stacking, a very important technique for macro photography, is allowed. So for this new category in third place, this beautiful image by Kelly Coleman. Congratulations, Kelly. The sap coming from the tree, which looked like a futuristic snail making its way down the tree. Again, mesmerized our judges. Congratulations. In second place, we had Simone Osborne with this amazing macro image with such color tones, the gold and the teal, and the focus being exactly where it was supposed to be everywhere in this image, which is, obviously really difficult, so much time to get this right, and you absolutely did. Congratulations on second place. And our winner for the macro category is Craig Loschel. Congratulations, Craig. This image made our judges laugh. Look at these bugs. And I mean, you're looking at these and thinking, how does someone manage to capture these with such clarity and such humor? And this is, again, keep in mind, in the macro category, this is not a composite. These little fellows were here, and such a good discovery and well captured, Craig. Well done. Deserved Macro Photographer of the Year 2025. And our International Macro Photographer of the Year for 2025 is Adam Nuba from Germany, with such a striking graphic presentation. This one had our judges zooming in, looking at every single pixel, and it was all immaculate. and such fine work. Good job, Adam. Well-deserved International Macro Photographer of the Year 2025. Now, congratulations to this incredible list of artists who both Australian and international winners for our classic division. All of our divisions have Australian and international winners. Now, first up, we're going to have a look at our photographers of the year. We will start with the international. So the winner of the International Classic Photographer of the Year, who gets to claim the title and wins a trophy, is Nagayuki Kojima from Japan. Congratulations again. Again, this image, there is such, I talked about some of the technical aspects before and some of the homage, but the judges were in love with the look of sadness on this man's face. And you add the addition of the firearm, and the story is just intense and enveloping. Congratulations, Nagayuki. What an incredible honor as the International Classic Photographer of the Year 2025. Now, I'm going to speak just for a little bit about Godox. Godox is the sponsor of our category, and the winner of their category this year wins $2,000 worth of Godox lighting. I've been a Godox user for many years. I use AD200 units when I'm on site or in the studio. I use an AD1200 when I'm in the studio for portraiture and for dance. I use light tubes like the TL120s, the LED tubes for creative expression. Godox is always my go-to. It's easy to use, super reliable. Everything works together the way that it should. And of course, Godox, purchased from KL. That's where I want to go when I buy my Godox gear. I always rely on it, so thanks Godox for being an excellent brand and making sure I can get my job done. When the equipment gets out of the way and it lets you solve your photography problems, that's fantastic. And I know I get that with Godox. So thank you so much for sponsoring this category and for sponsoring the winner of the Australian Classic Photographer of the Year. Now, this winner is going to win, again, $2,000 worth of Godox lighting from KL. So the Australian Classic 2025 Australian Classic Photographer of the Year is Craig Logel. Congratulations, Craig. And we have Craig with us here now. So Craig, if you want to come off mute, if you've got a camera, you can turn it on, but we'd love to hear from you. Tell us a little bit about this image.
Hello. I found these dudes actually the night before, and I went for a bit of a look around and came across them, but they were just way too dysfunctional to photograph at that moment. It was a bit warm and they were moving around a lot. I'm just trying to turn my camera on. And anyway, I went back the next day because I thought that was going to be my best chance. So I went back the next day and I luckily got there just in time and managed to capture that 99 image handheld focus bracket of them guys. So
handheld, that's incredible. And 99, that's amazing. There's the level of technical precision that you have to get that image right. I mean,
yes,
I think our panel was really evenly split between talking about the emotion and the humor of those little guys, or little dudes, I think as one judge said, along with the technical precision, the composition, everything was just perfect. You must have been happy to put that image together and see how it came out.
I think I was probably smiling about that for a good couple of weeks, and I still smile about it now. And actually, I'm a little bit happy there's no camera right now. Got a few tears too. So.
Oh, look, Craig, that's well deserved. It's such a cool image. So I'm really happy to see you taking that prize pack away. So congratulations again. And now I can't wait to see what you bring next year. So keep going.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very grateful and very proud too.
Thanks, Craig. Craig sounds like you're taken with a little bit of emotion there, which is amazing.
A lot.
Fabulous. All right. Well, congratulations again, Craig. And this concludes the classic division. I'm now going to pass over to the legend, Tony Hewitt, who is going to take us through the AZO Creative division. Over to you, Tony.
Thank you, Chris. And I'm going to take a moment to thank you back on behalf of all the judges and the panel mentors. I know Robin has mentioned it, but you did an incredible job and you fostered an environment that allowed a bunch of people, a group of people to come together different times of the day and night and to enjoy the process. You were encouraging, you were supportive, you were empowering, And on behalf of all the judges and all the panel mentors, which included Scott Johnson in the UK, Kelly Brown, an Aussie who went to the UK, Sarah Edmonds in Italy. Of course, you were one of our panel mentors and myself. It was a privilege and an honour to operate in that sort of environment, to be able to look at these incredible images entered by some amazing photographers and to be part of the process. So thank you on behalf of all the judges and all the other panel mentors for allowing us to contribute to this incredible event. We really do appreciate it. And as a panel mentor, I want to thank all the judges as well. On your, I know you did, but everybody brought the right attitude. And what I really enjoyed watching, both in my panels and in all the other panels, was the level of respect that was given to the entrant, to the image, to the competition, to the fellow judges, and of course, to photography as an industry. So yeah, there was a lot of people contributed to what we see today. But I'm not here for that, am I, Chris? I'm here to talk about the creative division. And the creative division was an area that allowed for full range of post-production and digital manipulation techniques. And it also made sure, of course, alongside that, that we had to adhere to the main rules as outlined in the general image rules. And in this category, composite images are allowed. So this was the area where people who like to get into editing and using their computer to bring more out of a raw file or bring a few files together to create a third image, this is where they could play. The first category that we're going to look at is the pet and animal category. And the pet and animal category was dedicated to images of domesticated pets and captive animals that show off the appearance, essence, or personality of the pet or animal depicted in the image. So with that, in the pet and animal category, let's find out who got third place. Belinda Richards, third place in pet and animal, an exquisite image that almost looks like a painting. And the judges just fell in love with the way these two birds were featured in this image. So well done, Belinda. Thanks for presenting this to us. Second place, Netra Chetty, an incredibly emotive and ethereal image showing the mixed, the interaction between human hands and this very, very young newborn bird. Congratulations, Netra. And the winner in the pet and animal category is Belinda Richards with this beautiful image, mono image that really enamored the judges. The detail, the exquisite personalities that were brought through, and the way that Belinda has corralled these dogs, put them together in a single image to present a story, a narrative about the Canis familiaris tales, if you like. So tales of tales. Well done, Belinda. An incredible image and well deserving of the Pet and Animal Photographer of the Year. The next category in the creative division is the newborn. Sorry, before we go that, we've all done it once, haven't we, Chris? Robin did it, Chris did it, and I thought I'd only want to be part of the team. Let's go and look at the international winner for the pet and animal category. And the winner is Katie Brockman from the USA. Congratulations, Katie. What a great way to bring together or to sort of express the personality of this particular little canine pet. Well done. Congratulations on taking out that title. We'll now move on to the newborn category. And the newborn category is for images where the emphasis is on one or more babies of age or corrected age up to 6 weeks. And again, like all the categories, you can go to the website and have a look at the more broken down rules to get a far more detailed idea. But this one is for that area. Third place in the newborn was Luca Prodigo. Well done, Luca. What a beautiful image about the soft side of a rugged looking bloke. And here we have that sort of beautiful paternal energy that is on display in a magnificent monochrome print. Well done to Luca. Second place in the newborn, April Spiesel, showing off the beautiful, the sort of various aspects of the various faces of a baby. And if anyone's, I'm sure many of you are familiar with the idea that babies have a multitude of faces. So well done, April, for sharing that with us, and congratulations on second place. Let's now see the winner of the newborn category is April Spiesel. Again, there you go. And a beautiful symmetrical image highlighting a softness about the baby and a natural look. Color harmony and the color palette was something that judges were enamored with. So congratulations to April on taking out the Newborn Photographer of the Year for 2025. And of course, the international winner is Laila Villebeck from Sweden, a great example of the way that in this category in the creative division, we can present something for the parents of a baby that brings something more than just what the baby looks like. Here's a nice, beautiful feel for the softness of that age up into 6 weeks. And of course, coming from Sweden, this is just another example of how far and wide the competition has spread, particularly when we start looking at the international winners, of course. Okay, we're now going to move on to the Wedding Creative division. Wedding Creative is for images captured of real couples, family members, and or guests at genuine wedding-related events. The third place in the Wedding Creative category goes to Ben Connolly. What a fantastic use of colour and design, bringing together both the architecture of a church and the beauty of nature, albeit artificially lit. Congratulations, Ben, on this fantastic third place deserved winner. Second place, Maro Cantelmi. There's a name we've heard before on this broadcast. Congratulations, Maro, on another incredible wedding image, this time in the creative division, taking out second place. And the winner in the wedding creative division is Ben Connolly. Again, another past winner or past place getter. Ben, what a beautiful masculine image, black and white, beautiful design, use of architecture, and incredible use of light. Judges were fascinated by the level of detail and the exquisite expression of craft and technique. So well done, Ben, on a well-worthy winner of the Wedding Creative Photographer of the Year for 2025. And the international winner of the Wedding Creative category is Christina Vandy from New Zealand. Such a soft, romantic image in nature and a very creative, imaginative image that the judges fell in love with from the moment the image came on their screens. Well worthy of the International Wedding Creative Photographer of the Year. Thanks, Christina. Well done. Now move on to the architecture category. Urban, rural, and abstract architecture. Images in this category celebrate the design and feeling of architectural elements and spaces. Third place in the architectural category, with a beautiful image of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House, presented to us in a subtle satin-like mono image. Graham Gordon, congratulations. The judges absolutely love this image. Second place, Shaz Spannenberg. What a fantastic triptych, using such beautiful, exquisite detail, a soft colour palette, and the symmetry that's available to us in a lot of our architectural images. Such a beautiful study on that symmetry and design. First place in architecture, the winner, Pete Law. A fantastic use of simplicity, shape, tone, and design, and a well-worthy winner of the Architecture Photographer of the Year. The judges were absolutely blown away by the simplicity and strength of this image and its fantastic expression of design for the architecture category. The international winner in this category went to Elan Wittenberg from New Zealand. Again, a magnificent example of symmetry and a fantastic use of this colour palette, this cool tealy green colour palette, and a great example of how some of the simplest places and simplest images can have the most power. Congratulations, Elan, well deserving of the International Architecture Photographer of the Year for 2025. We'll now move on to the commercial category. The commercial category was for images suitable for commercial clients in the promotion of a product or company, including advertising, fashion, still life, food, and corporate photography. Third place in this category went to Michael Kennedy. And congratulations on this amazing and impactful composite, suitable as a poster or maybe for a movie or something. Judges found a lot of uses for an image like this, and they felt that the way it was put together, the craft and the technique was fantastic. Congratulations on third place. Let's go on to second place, Netra Chetty. Another magnificent image where we brought together two completely diametrically opposed elements with the sort of innate nature of that border, whatever it's formed by, and then this newborn or duck or bird or whatever it is. Congratulations, what a great illustrative image and suitable for commercial, second place. Well done. And the winner is, in the commercial category, Ben Liu. Exquisite technique, surreal in its presentation, a magnificent use of tones and detail. The textual qualities of this image blew the judges away. Commercial Photographer of the Year 2025. Congratulations, Ben. One of the hard things when you're reading out these winners is coming up with the superlatives and trying to remember what the judges enjoyed. Of course, after a while, we don't want to say the same words all the time, but sometimes there are just no other words. Exquisite, fantastic, amazing, mesmerizing. These words can describe a lot of our winners. So apologies if we're using the same words a few times, but we don't want those words just reserved for who came first. Okay, let's move on to the photograph. Oh, sorry, before we do that, the international winner in the commercial category is Yuli Vasilev from Bulgaria. Now, this is an image that stunned the judges. Just look at the exquisite detail and the imaginative use of a conceptual design to bring together a simple message. Congratulations, Yuli. International Commercial Photographer of the Year for 2025 at the Australian Photographic Prize. And thank you for sharing that image with us. Yeah, thanks, Nathan. Taking us back to that. I must be hard keeping up with us presenters. The Photographic Artist category celebrates the creativity and skill of composite photography across any genre or theme. Let's have a look at the Photographic Artist category. Third place, a name well known on the Australian photographic landscape, Peter Rossi. An imaginative concept, and as Peter Rossi always does, exquisitely executed in craft, design and technique. Fantastic. Well done, Peter. Congratulations again. Second place in the Photographic Artist category, David Bignell. Again, incredible use of imagination and conceptual design, and then exquisitely expressed through the use of craft and technique in the editing process. And no doubt this is the sort of thing that ASO would be so proud to sponsor, where we're seeing incredible design, incredible use of detail, and exquisitely presented. First place in the Photographic Artist category, Charmaine Hire, another name well known on the Australian photography landscape for her beautiful illustrative work in the photography area. Photographic Artist of the Year for 2025, Charmaine, well deserved and no stranger to being awarded for her incredible talent. Congratulations to all of those people. And the international winner in the Photographic Artist category is Rachel Jordan of New Zealand. This ethereal, sensational image. It looks to, I think we thought it was a maternal image or a maternal portrait, beautifully put together, subtle color palette, and just so ethereal in its nature. Congratulations, Rachel. Well deserving of the International Photographic Artist of the Year. And that leaves us in the creative division with the open category. Images in the open category may be of any subject and in any photographic genre. And often this is the area where if you have an image that doesn't quite fit into another category, this is where you get to play. Anything goes. Let's see what got third place. Thank you, Nathan. Kim Douglas. This image came round for the judges, and immediately you could see in their faces it had impact. A fantastic use of simplicity in design and using colour for impact. Brilliant image, well deserving of third place. Second place in this category, again, a name we're familiar with, Peter Rossi. Brilliant narrative, so much detail and so much thought behind his images, and again, executed to the highest level of excellence and well deserving of second place. Congratulations to Peter Rossi. And the winner in the open category is Peter Rossi, Open Photographer of the Year for 2025, where not only has he exhibited high levels of excellence in craft and editing and design, but also the beautiful means of interweaving or weaving through a narrative that is both emotional in content and hard-hitting in impact. Well done, Peter, a well-deserving winner in the Open Photographer of the Year category. So that's all our divisions, except for all of our categories, except for one more, and that is the international winner in the open category. And the international winner is Janine Fletcher of New Zealand. This was a quirky image that when it came around, the judges had to stop for a minute and ask, what am I looking at? And again, a fantastic example of concept and design executed to the highest level. Congratulations on Janine, well deserving of International Open Photographer of the Year at the Australian Photographic Prize for 2025. So I think we got through that without too many quirks. Chris, congratulations to our Australian and International Creative Division category winners. What a fantastic set of images that was. And if you've taken out a first, second, or third place in any of these categories, you deserved it and you should be very proud of yourself. Well done. Okay. The Creative Division Photographer of the Year. All divisions have Australian and international winners, and the winner of the International Classic Photographer of the Year, who gets to claim the title and wins a trophy, is Janine Fletcher with that incredible image that looks like a cityscape, but when you go in close, you realize it is anything but a cityscape. Fantastic use of imagination, and again, executed to the highest level and deserving of the International Creative Photographer of the Year for 2025. Congratulations, Janine. And that leaves us with the overall. But before we do that, as a global ASO ambassador, I'm incredibly proud to be able to just say a few words on behalf of ASO. ASO was established in 1968 and is set out to be a company that was there for image makers to produce display mechanisms and ways of sharing images in display. I've been with ASO for over 20 years, and I've been an ambassador for over 15 years. And one of the things that drew me to ASO from the very first moment I saw one was the truthfulness or the honesty of their monitors. What do I mean by that? They don't actually talk to you, or do they? Maybe. As a creative image maker, somebody who edits, what I found was, what I learned over the years is that every decision I make creatively when editing is built on the previous decisions. And those decisions are based on what the monitor is telling me. If I make a change to tone, if I make a change to sharpness, if I change color tone, I need to know that what I'm seeing is accurate, because I'm going to make further decisions based on those, what I'm seeing, what I'm seeing on my screen. ASO tells the truth, and that's the reason that I've been with ASO for a long, long time. I have 4 monitors in front of me. One of them I'm looking at you, another one I'm watching what's going on YouTube, and they're all ASO. So thank you to ASO. They have been a constant and continuous supporter of all photography in Australia, and they've been with the Australian Photographic Prize right from the beginning. Matthew Barra at ASO and the team that are behind ASO Pacific, we thank you for your support. And it's such an incredible generosity that ASO are going to be providing the winner of this division with a monitor at the value of $2,700, and that is the CG 2420 self-calibrating monitor, of which I actually have one right next to me here. So congratulations to the winner. We're about to find out who that is for winning that, and thank you again to ASO for once again coming to the party and being one of our strongest and long-term supporters. We really do appreciate it. And with that, the 2025 Australian Creative Photographer of the Year, I'm proud to announce, is Ben Connolly, with this incredible wedding creative image of all the gentlemen. And we're lucky enough to have Ben with us. Ben, I need to know the story behind this image. And first of all, congratulations on winning.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you to everyone who has had a hand in this competition this year. We had to fight for a wedding creative category, and I'm so glad that that it came about. So Daniel, Chris, Robin, thank you all so much. This image has a really wild story. It's the second wedding that I've actually done for this bride, and the third wedding for her family. So all of the gentlemen of the family get together for what they call the mafia photo. And so this year, obviously, I did that mafia photo at her second wedding. And unfortunately, the grandfather, who is the centerpiece, I guess, of that photo in the frame, he was the centerpiece of the photo when I originally took the first mafia photo for them at her brother's wedding quite a few years ago. And unfortunately, he's passed since then. So we thought that it'd be a beautiful idea to retake that mafia photo with the new family and the extended sort of, men of the family, and also honor him in the middle of it. And that's where that photo came from. So it's a photo of mine within another photo, and I'm really proud and extraordinarily happy to have been able to create that and to give that gift to that family.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. I mean, a lot of people don't realize I shot 991 weddings. So I always see wedding images that come through like this and think, wow, there's always a great story behind some of these images. And there's incredible narratives underneath narratives, as you just shared. But along with that, it takes not only a photographer who can deal with the people, corral the people, have the sensitivity to understand those narratives, but then to be able to express it in the way that you've done with such an incredibly high level of expertise, both in terms of capture and in the way you've expressed it, through editing and craft. Congratulations, mate. That's an incredible image, and you seem to go from strength to strength. What's next?
Mate, thank you, Tony. I appreciate that from you, mate. It's I've looked up to you for a long time. I've won some awards overseas, over the last few years, but I have to say, finally nailing something in Australia has been something I've been trying to do for so long. And now I'm super happy to get a category win and this win as well. And I'm stoked. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to keep pushing and keep learning and see how we go in next year.
Well, I can tell you that we're very proud that when you win something overseas, we know that you fly the flag, and to have you take out something in Australia as well, I think it's only deserving. And the Australian Photographic Prize is privileged to have people of your caliber enter, and we've seen a few winners already, Aussies that have been putting themselves out overseas, still coming home, still supporting the Australian Photographic Prize and producing the highest level of work that is recognised internationally. And here we get the chance to recognise you nationally. So, Ben, again, congratulations. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Tony, can I just throw one quick thing in?
Sure, go for it.
Finally beat you, Maro.
Good on you, mate.
Finally got him.
There you go. The white glove has been thrown down. We look forward to watching you two battle it out next year in the 2026 Australian Photographic Prize. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
So with that, I'm going to now hand back to Robin Campbell. Thanks, Robin. That was fun.
Thanks, Tony. Really, really appreciate you running us through those incredible categories. And we really appreciate AZO being on board as well. When we hosted this event in person, we had the honour of, with our digital categories, having all our finalists viewed on AZO screens. And I tell you what, it makes a huge difference. And even this year, as our judges were judging from home, I would say the majority were using AZO screens because they simply are the best. So thank you so much for the sponsorship there as well, AZO. I now have the honour of awarding the International Photographer of the Year. It's quite interesting in that we are the Australian Photographic Prize. However, we are running an International Photographer of the Year because we're reminded that the heart of what this prize stands for isn't just capturing people or places, but it's seeking to understand, to connect, to document and reveal. And you may have noticed that there was a large number of judges who had come from all around the world to be able to connect with us for the awards. In a world overwhelmed with imagery, this award recognises the kind of photography that should be paid attention to. It's thoughtful, patient, and deeply intentional work that invites us to see life through someone else's lens. Having an international winner isn't just about global reach, it's about global connection. It reminds us why our landscapes, languages, and cultures may differ. Photography gives us a shared visual language to communicate. This year, the International Photographer of the Year has been voted on from the 3 international division winners that you can see before you. And the winner receives a $1,000 voucher from the Australian Photographic Prize. The winner this year is Abdel Rama Al Kahoot. Congratulations, Abdel Rama. There's something extraordinary about this image, and I'd really like to share the caption. Palestinians perform Friday prayer amid rubble of a mosque destroyed by Israeli airstrikes in Gaza, reflecting resilience, unity, and faith under ongoing devastation. Abdel Rama is a photographer that you can follow on Instagram. As part of the validation process, I need to see raw files. But often when an extraordinary image comes across our desk, we have to question whether or not it's real. And for this particular image, when I looked up Abdel Rama's Instagram account and saw what he's doing on a daily basis, saw that each day he puts on a bulletproof vest and a helmet to go to work, I knew we had something genuine and authentic. Our judges saw that, respected that, and they voted this as our International Photographer of the Year. So a huge thank you to Abdel Rama for entering this image. We hope that it gets even further reach around the world, and keep shooting, stay safe, on behalf of the Australian Photographic Prize. So I now have the honour to talk about Nikon. I'm hoping we have a wonderful Nikon representative in the room, and I think we do. Hello, Julie Kimpton.
Hi, Robin. Hello, everyone.
It's so lovely to see you, Julie. Whereabouts are you?
I am currently in Singapore, so thank you for the prompt to get out of the pool. I will be going back there after this.
That is delightful to hear. I'm so glad that A, you got out of the pool, but B, you could join us today. You know, we have really valued Nikon's contribution over the years. You have been here since the very, very first moment. Nikon Australia, you guys jumped on board and said, you know, we are here for you, whatever you need. So you are the heartbeat of sponsorship in the Australian Photographic Prize. We just cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much, Julie.
Well, thanks, Robin, and thank you, everyone else as well. And hello, yes, I am in a very steamy Singapore, here for the World Aquatic Champions. And whilst it is absolutely awesome to catch up with people in person, thankfully for me, the live stream has made this event very accessible, not just to me, but to many more people around Australia and the world. So it's really cool. It's been an absolute pleasure to witness the incredible standard of work. There's so many powerful images, and to the judges for your time, your thoughtful insights, and the debates, thank you. Nikon Australia has been really proud to have supported the Australian Photographic Prize since its inception. And photography competitions like the APP are particularly important, not just because they encourage photographers to push their boundaries and to produce exceptional work, but also because they serve as like a time capsule. They help to document our visual history, the history of our world in 2025, our stories, our perspectives, and our shared humanity. So a huge congratulations to everyone who entered, especially to all the finalists. Your talent, it really is, it's just extraordinary. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone that shoots Nikon. This is a partnership with the APP, but it is also a partnership with those people that do shoot Nikon. And we wouldn't be here without you. We deeply value your support and your trust in our brand. And for those of you who don't shoot Nikon but might feel tempted to take it for a test drive, please do reach out. I'm happy to help you anytime. And I'll even hold your champagne glass if you need. It is now my absolute pleasure to announce the winner of this year's Australian Photographic Prize. The winner of the prize will receive $5,000 worth of Nikon equipment of their choice. And the Australian Photographic Prize 2025 Photographer of the Year is Scott Portelli. Congratulations, Scott. Fantastic.
Hooray. Sensational. I believe we have Scott in the room.
Oh my God. Wait, let me try to, how do I do this? There I am.
Congratulations, Scott. Fantastic.
Oh my God. I'm so lost for it's like I don't know what to say, Robert. Wow. Let me just I need to turn the video off. Okay, I'm back. Wow, what an honor. This is unexpected, and I feel so proud and privileged and a bit emotional now.
We lost Scott.
Yeah, it looks like Scott's internet might be having a wobble. Hey, Scott, maybe try turning off your video and see if that gives you a bit more power to stream. Have another go, mate. We lost you for a moment.
Sorry, I'm can you hear me now?
Yeah,
good to go, mate.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying I'm very emotional. This is amazing. expected. I am in the middle of outback on a Starlink connection, so it's probably not great. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Like, I just feel to not only be part of this. Have I dropped out again? Sorry.
You're good.
No. Yeah, honored to be, part of this whole event, and so privileged and humbled to be named Australian Photographic Prize winner overall. I sorry, I just don't know what to say. But thank you.
Can you give us an idea of what else you shoot, Scott? I think you've got a really interesting portfolio of images that you shoot.
Yeah, I've actually been playing around with almost every genre in the last 3 months. So I'm trying to shoot macro, underwater, astro, landscape, aerial. I'm in planes and helicopters. Like, I'm just embracing photography at the moment because I've got 3 months to travel around Australia, and I'm loving it. I feel creative. I feel like I'm learning a lot. And I'm inspired by everyone who's in this competition who's done so well. So yeah, I'm trying to do a bit of everything. It's almost impossible, but I'm loving it.
Really amazing, Scott. Congratulations. It's a huge, huge achievement. You should be so proud of yourself. And please reach out to me after, when you've had a bit of a time to drink your champagne and celebrate, and we'll sort out a great prize for you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much to Scott and to Nikon. Julie, thanks for zooming in. And Scott, we know what it's like. We'll look forward to that Facebook post that we can all share when you've got your thoughts together. I'm sure it'll be spectacular.
Yeah.
Now I can hand it over to Daniel Bingham, our competition director, who is closing off for the night. Thanks, Daniel.
Hello. Wow, my goodness. Congratulations to our winners. Just fantastic work there tonight. We have seen some powerful stories, some amazing techniques, some spectacular nature, creative risks. We've seen images that made everyone go completely silent, which in a Zoom full of photographers, that is a rare and beautiful thing. To everyone who entered, thank you. Whether you walked away with a trophy or not, your work helped make this competition what it is: bold, exciting, and deeply human. It takes real courage to share your images, and even more courage to put your images in front of a panel of judges who are going to pick it apart. We hope that through this process, you're encouraged and inspired, that you're learning heaps, and we hope to see you enter again next year. To our judges, thank you for your time, your generosity, and your passionate debates that occasionally resembled interpretive dance. You brought your expertise, your heart, and your high standards, and we're all better for it. Thank you. To our team, our volunteers, and our sponsors, thank you for all of your support. From logistics to live streams, thank you, Nathan. You've helped bring something truly meaningful to life. And to the people watching this across Australia or around the world, and hello to Slovenia again. They actually joined us in the chat. Oh, my video's not on. Have I been doing all this without my video? Oh dear.
All right, Daniel, we thought that you were taking a moment to share Chris's amazing portrait that he did of you. It was very inspirational.
Chris took that portrait, and you might notice I'm matching tonight.
Love it. You're doing an absolutely sensational job.
So I'm the tech guy, and I forgot to unmute my camera. That's just, yep, that's fabulous. Loving it. Oh dear. There you go.
That's all right. We all knew that you'd put it on while you were getting prepared for the big reveal of the bagpipes at the end. I thought that was what might be coming.
I better go get the bagpipes out. That's it. Oh dear. Okay. Well, there you go. I think I was thanking some people. Did I get up to, I think I said thank you, Nathan. And yeah, and everyone watching. And yes, our Slovenian friends joined us after I made that joke in the beginning. They actually joined us on the chat, which I think is just wonderful. So for everyone out there watching, we hope you leave tonight feeling like part of a bigger photographic community. This prize was built, as Robin said, like a house: education, community, and celebration. And tonight we've seen all three in full force. So until next time, keep shooting, keep learning, keep connecting, and most of all, keep telling stories. Thank you for being a part of the Australian Photographic Prize 2025. Looking forward to seeing you next year. Good night.
Wow, photographing the way I do, but with my colors, this will change everything.
I got to see each frame, each position of its wing, and they're so beautiful that I have never seen before.
Being able to move quickly and working at my brain's pace and getting those shots in the moment. Having this camera allows you to go out and create the way you want to create.
Until you use it, you cannot even imagine what you have missed.
It's something I've never seen before in my entire life. It's something totally different.
Nikon Z6 III. Outperform.
Introducing ISO Color Edge. Precision is essential for any professional working with images. Whether you're an artist, a retoucher, or a visual effects specialist, you need to know that what you see at the start of a project is precisely what you'll get at the end. Color Edge monitors give consistent, reliable accuracy that guarantee no surprises within your color workflow. So what you see in real life is what you see on screen, and what you see on screen is what you see in real life. That's precisely why professionals all over the world trust ISO Color Edge for their image creation. ISO Color Edge. Discover living, breathing color.